Yorkshire piled on the runs with Anthony McGrath leading the way on the second day of their important second division LV County Championship clash against leaders Derbyshire, which is taking place at Headingley. A short rain-affected opening day meant that the home side resumed on a brighter second morning on 127 for 2 in their first innings, and their overnight batsman Adam Lyth, who started the day on 60, and Gary Balance was soon adding plenty to that. They knew the importance of this day, a day in which they wanted to put some scoreboard pressure on their opponents, and to that end, the first hour was just about ideal. Things are so tight in the second division because of the amount of play lost to the weather this year that every single point may turn out to be crucial, and so these two also kept up a decent scoring rate in search of batting bonus points. A clipped 4 off Ross Whiteley took this third wicket partnership into 3 figures to establish Yorkshire's control of proceedings. And next ball, Balance, one of LV's breakthrough players of the year, you can see the full list by checking out Goffey's LV County Catsup show on the ECB website, reached his half-century with a 3 through the covers. It was the third time the 22-year-old Zimbabwean had reached that milestone in 4-day cricket this season, and it had come off 76 deliveries, and it included 8 fours. Balance added another boundary to his tally in the same Whiteley over to take this stand with Lyth to 116 and the total to 211. Lyth, who hit a double 100 in Leicester a couple of weeks ago, looked set for another ton before lunch, but 7 runs short of that, he drove Whiteley to Matt Lineker. That, though, was the only success for the visitors in the morning. 1 didn't bring 2, as Balance was now joined by McGrath in a Yorkshire top order which was missing both Joe Root and Johnny Bairstow. These two made steady progress in the early part of the afternoon session until Balance on 79 nicked Tim Groeneval behind. He went at 256 for 4, and McGrath then just started to show his intentions by striking Wes Durston for a 6 as he added 24 more runs with Adil Rashid. But parity was restored in this game when Rashid on 12 was outfoxed by Durston's floater and was bowled. But then the next partnership again put the home side in the box seat. Andrew Hodd came in for his first innings in Yorkshire colours with much to prove. Left on the sidelines at Sussex, he's now joined the Tykes until the end of the season thanks to Bairstow's unexpected England call-up and the retirement of the reserve keeper Gerard Brophy. He, though, was not the only man at the crease with something to show. McGrath has postponed contract talks with his beloved county until next month, but he no doubt wants a new deal at the club he's represented since 1995, and he did himself huge favours with this excellent knock, which was also a very important one in this game for Yorkshire. He'd made the most of any wide delivery in passing 50 from 121 balls, and he now looked to add to that either side of the tea break. Yorkshire have missed more cricket than most due to the awful summer's weather, and they obviously wanted to make the most of some prolonged play as they tried to close the gap on the second division leaders. McGrath started to race along in pursuit of valuable bonus points. Hodd shared wicket-keeping duties with Ben Brown at Sussex last year, but his rival has now been favoured and he now has a chance to earn a permanent deal with Yorkshire. Shots like these would have earned him immediate support. A sprint for 2 took him to a composed half-century which had been made off 100 balls and included 5 fours. As important was the fact that he'd given McGrath some support and helped earn his new side maximum batting points. A very famous Yorkshireman once drove a bowler through mid-on at this ground to bring him his 100th 100. This shot didn't quite do that, but it did take McGrath to 3 figures for the 35th time in his excellent career. It had arrived off 183 deliveries, that being his 10th 4 to go with 1-6, and he had now put his side in control. He and Hodd had added 131 together for the 6th wicket, but then from nowhere Yorkshire collapsed. On 104, McGrath sliced Durston to backward point. 3 balls later, Hodd, with 58 runs to his name on debut, swept Durston but only as far as Lineker. Tim Bresnan, who'd arrived at the ground earlier after being released by England, clubbed David Wainwright to mid-on. Azim Rafiq was stumped off the bowling of Durston while stretching too much. And the spinner then claimed the first fifer of his career as Ryan Sidebottom edged a drive to Whiteley. In pursuit of quick runs, admittedly, Yorkshire had lost their last 5 wickets for 9 runs in 14 balls, with Durston claiming 5 for 34 and that gave Derbyshire 11 overs to see out the day in reply to their host total of 420. That job was left to Lineker and Wayne Madsen. They just about did it, but then to the last delivery of the day, Bresnan, while not quite matching the other ejected England player Graham Onions at Trent Bridge, did trap Madsen in front for 14. It was an important wicket for Yorkshire, who now need to make the most of the third day, weather permitting. Derbyshire will resume on 28 for 1, and that still leaves them a long way behind. 392 runs, in fact.